This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up.
With Kelly Kinkaid.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 36 minutes into the hour. Kelly Kinkaid, how are you doing today?
I'm fabulous.
You look fabulous, Kelly Kinkaid.
you.
Got a new haircut. You got the stylish outfit on. What's going on today?
Repping for the HBCUs. out
Okay,
here.
okay. Something happened today outside of work?
No, just like being cute, Sway.
Damn.
That's
Okay.
all.
Is that what we're talking about this
No.
week? Okay.
I'm here for a really good reason. You know, April has been Autism Awareness Month.
Okay.
You know, celebrity moms like Toni Braxton, Holly Robinson Pete, and Sirius XM's own Jenny McCarthy have children who were diagnosed with autism. So we see them all around across on media outlets talking about their journey and research about autism. And I wanted to just really highlight that here on the show because it's interesting because autism in the U.S. is one of the fastest growing development disorders right now. So right now, 1 in 68 births are the kids are being diagnosed with autism. And there's a lot of different treatments and research that we have. And today I wanted to bring in Agnes Davis, who's a friend, a citizen of the show.
Yes, she's been here before.
Yes, she's the owner of Swim, 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 I Say. And she has a program that has her gifted swimmers who have autism and treatments. And we wanted to just talk a little bit more about autism. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again.
Good
Yes.
morning, Agnes.
Good morning.
We still have our day that we're supposed to go skinny dipping.
Absolutely. I'm still ready.
Oh, shit. Damn. All right, cool. I'll be ready in about 8 more pounds, okay? I'll be there right about, give me about 8 to 10 more pounds. I'm there with you. What is autism?
You know, it's a disorder that it seems, I guess, the way as a layperson can look at it, something happens in the development where children, there's a crossing. There's not a meeting of some of the neurons in the brain, and the development somehow gets impaired. But it's very interesting. As much as their development may be impaired in one section, they can be highly off the scale in something else. For an example, they can be very emotionally, how can I say, like a 2-year-old in a certain sense, but then they can know the entire New York City subway system. On a weekend that there's construction, you can ask them a question. They can get you from point A to B with transfers and everything else.
Really?
Right.
Yeah, so that's how much of a dichotomy there is with us. That almost no two kids you can say are exactly the same.
Yeah. Is it something that can be reversed or?
I have heard stories from parents that have kids that have started out kind of that way and have reversed. But I really believe from talking to those parents, it's extreme early intervention. And I think that's one of the problems that I have found talking to some of the parents. When their kids were diagnosed, doctors weren't as well equipped as they are now. So I don't think the diagnosis was as quick. And or when they did take them to the doctor says everything is fine, but you know your kid. So that's what I think was part of the problem way back. But I think that is all changing because the physician community, because, you know, it's more aware. People are learning the signs, the symptoms, and to be more, you know, look at my kid and see what's going on.
When you say if it's caught early on, how early are we saying? Like 3, 4, 5?
No, we're talking infantile stages.
Really?
We're talking very, very young, 2, 1.5. You can see the difference. The kids start going inside.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but they start to revert. They stop having eye contact with you. Their development starts changing.
Okay.
So that's one of the first things that starts to happen. They just start going into their own world.
Yeah, and they say sometimes they're not responding to a parent's smile or facial expression. And kind of when you say they go inside, it's like they're in another place. Is it more like when movies like Rain Man?
Yeah, like he's a savant, I believe, but you see how he has like that one side of him that's like really highly intellectual, but there's that other side that's so childlike. Exactly, it can be that way. And I'll tell you, I have a child that's a little one. He started with us swimming at 2.5, and at first, I didn't even really know he was autistic, but the parents told me, because he was in a parent and talk class, he didn't say too much, didn't do too much, but they're little. But then once we got him on by himself, we could kind of see it. But now he's been with us about 1.5 years. he's a changed child. He walks in the door, he waves, he smiles, there's eye contact, there's laughter, he's now speaking. So there can be, I think, with some water therapy, as learning how to swim, you can start chinging the tide.
Ooh, I like that. No pun intended, huh?
That's right, Sway. No pun intended.
I like that. How wise is it to try to integrate that autistic child into like regular public school, or should they go to, a school that specializes in that?
Well, you know what? Let me flip that even to talk about swimming with that.
Okay.
When I think, for us with swimming, we know one-on-one classes work very well with them. They cannot start out in a group setting. They're very lost because their attention span isn't there. So unfortunately, they won't get as much out of it. If you start out with one-on-one, you can shift them into group classes. I have a young man right now that we did that with. He's been kind of seeking his own independence at 8 and 9 years old. So he said, Mom, look, I want other people. So we integrated him into a group class. It's working out great. Working out great. So I think from that, upon their development, is when you have to seek out changing the regimen for your child to fit their needs.
Right. Kelly, let's give out some information on how people can reach Agnes.
Agnes, your swim, I say.
Yes. We are located, just to tell you, at Hostos Community College in the Bronx. Not only do we teach autistic children, we teach toddlers, adults, children, people with special needs and a fear of water. We have a full website, Swim, I Say, where you can go online, see what we're all about, read about our program, and you can contact us right there.
Swim, I Say.
Yes.
.com, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so if folks are, because we broadcast worldwide.
Yes.
Not just in New York City. So do you offer services for folks or information for folks who may not be in New York that they reach out?
I will always answer any question. I am the person that picks up the phone. I am the person that answers the emails. And I have had parents call me from different parts of the country asking me, well, what do you think? And I just give them advice on what they need to look for when they're choosing a swimming program for their child with autism. And one of the biggest things I tell the parents is, please do not let them talk you into group classes. You have to pay for private. Your child will get nothing out of it. You won't achieve the goals we want, which are to make these children safe.
Okay, we're going to open up the phone lines too. If you have a child with autism or you believe may have it, 888-742-3345. Give us a call. Sway in the morning. That's right. 48 minutes into the hour. We got a very special guest with us, right, Kelly?
Yes, today we have Agnes Davis, the owner of Swim, I Say, and we're talking about autism. April has been Autism Awareness Month, and you have a class for special need kids.
Yes.
And we were talking off mic about some of the tips. People who have kids who have autism by the water.
Yeah. Let me just say this to begin with. One of the things that drove me to do this was to keep children safe. That was one side. And another was a parent came to me, even though at the time I had no experience of teaching autistic children, but he said, hey, he's a child, bring him. She just did not feel welcomed where she was going before. And I told her, just bring him. We're like one big family. And when she came, she's been with me now 4 years. So the idea of keeping these children safe, because unfortunately, for some reason, autistic children gravitate towards the water. We don't know why. I don't know if it's because they just have no sense of fear, but unfortunately, it usually ends up in a drowning situation. So our mission at Swim, I Say, is to teach these children how to swim, and you can teach them how to swim. It takes time, it takes patience, it takes repetition, but it can be done.
Okay, all right. We're gonna take some phone calls.
Yeah.
We have John on the line from Phoenix.
Good morning.
John, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Sway in the morning, family. Good morning, Miss Kelly.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Good morning.
So what's your question for Agnes, John?
Yeah, let me start by saying God's amazing, man. I just had a question for Agnes, or more of just a statement. I'm actually going through getting my son diagnosed, and I say God is amazing. I'm taking him tomorrow to his doctor's appointment. He'll be 4 in July. And just some things that we started noticing. It started with a family reunion, actually, back in Chicago. And, kids around, my little cousins around his age, just started to see not to compare my son ever, But, you start seeing subtle things, like he didn't really like the big crowd. We're trying to take a family picture, and, I could hardly get him to sit still. He's having a fit, and overall, I think it was a good situation. It turned into a positive because me as a parent, it instilled in me to, I need to give more love to my son, regardless of any diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just preparing myself tomorrow, for good or better or for worse. I'm still going to love my son the same. And, giving him more love since that event, I have seen the growth in him. I've seen him, come around. And like you said, just being and putting that time in with these kids, even whether it's swim class or one-on-one with your kid, I just see how powerful that is to them. And any illness or any, not an illness, but anything, if they're autistic, if they have any ailments, love is one of the most powerful things, and I just wanted to say, thank you, Kelly. Thanks for that comment.
Wow.
Thank you for calling.
Wow, John. You can follow Kelly, too.
Kelly Kinkaid, Kelly Kinkaid. Yeah, hit me up. I would love to know the results of after you leave your doctor's appointment.
Now, are parents taking their kids too late? Like, what do you see? You find a problem with parents taking their kids to get diagnosed or checked out?
Yeah, I think they are. I think, just to the caller, definitely go to autismawareness.org. There's a lot of special tips on there. There's a lot of things you can definitely find out. Let me also say to you, I'm sure you are not giving your son any less love than anything, number one. I'm sure he's a fabulous child and you've been a fabulous dad. Just be positive as much as possible. But what I will also tell you, seek out as many services as possible: speech, reading, water services, swimming lessons, tennis, anything. You want to motivate his mind to keep moving. You want to motivate him. And by doing stuff that are single, meaning like one-on-one, his attention will get better. You will see his development change, because I've seen it in the kids that I teach how to swim. So the one thing I say, you're taking him, whatever the diagnosis is, I know you will deal with it fabulously as a parent, and you seek out your services that are available to you. Okay, that's the most important thing.
Thank you, John, for your call. We have Clint on the line from Arizona. Clint, what up, man?
Good morning.
Hey, how you guys doing? What's good, fam?
Good morning.
What's your question?
Good morning. First off, I want to say, Sway, thank you for bringing such a broad spectrum of information to your set here. I listen to you every morning. You're really informed about a lot of things. So thank you.
Thank you.
My son, he's 5 years old. He's got diagnosed with Asperger's about 2.5 years ago, and something I'm having a real hard time with is me and Mom were split home, and we have two different styles of parenting, and we're having a really hard time learning how to discipline him because he just doesn't want to listen to us at all. And do you have any suggestions I can use to maybe have a little more consistency with this?
Well, I think you're correct. The consistency is very important. I know with autistic children, they like consistency. If you throw them off, that throws their game off really, really badly. Mm-hmm. It's really interesting. Like, if they're supposed to go from point A to point B, you throw a C in there, you will get a whole different child in front of you in 30 seconds flat.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
and
that
that's
much.
kind of what we saw. He got kicked out of 3 daycares, and that's when we started figuring out what was going on. Is he was just getting in a lot of fights with other kids, and me and Mom, we co-parent very well, and we try to stay on the same page. But it seems like our discipline, it's not working. He really just doesn't seem to care when we try to discipline him.
You know what it is? Boys have been diagnosed at a higher rate than anyone else. And you know what? You just have to work both parents. And I apologize that your households are split, but you've got to find a common ground for him, because it's not about the two of you. And as we all know that.
No, you're absolutely right.
But I'm going to tell you, the consistency you two keep at your homes is going to help him grow better. I promise you, because that gives him like a road that he doesn't have to sway on. Pardon the word, sway.
No pun intended.
No pun again. But it'll just keep him more balanced. And then by having him more balanced, both of you will be able to deal with him in a much better fashion.
Hey, Clint, keep us posted. Keep us posted on how that turns out for you. And then also you can reach Agnes directly too, right?
Yes. You can reach me at www.swimswimswimisay.com. There's a contact us on the website, and that comes directly to me. But also, just to tell you, swimming is very good for him also because it gives him some direction. But also, whenever you do anything with him, make sure he asks permission to do something, because that's one of the things we teach in swimming with our autistic children. We make them, whether they're verbal or nonverbal, have to ask permission to go to the water. So what we're trying to do is set up already a scenario that if they are near the water, they kind of wait a minute, I didn't ask someone permission. And trust me, they get it. Do not sleep on that.
Let me ask you, is that a natural thing for autism? Because my son, he will ask me, if he has to go to the bathroom, every single time he'll ask me, can I go to the bathroom? If he wants to play with a toy, he'll ask me every single time, can I go play with that toy? And I don't know why. He asks me everything.
You know what? I'm not sure about that. So what I will direct you to is definitely go to that website of AutismAwareness.org and research it. Contact them. They will contact you back. They're very, very good. They will help you in any way to try to help you get support as parents, without a doubt. So please reach out to them. They're there for you.
Oh, hey, Clint, keep us posted on things and reach out to Kelly Kinkaid on social media, okay? We got Taylor from North Carolina on the line. Taylor, good morning.
Good morning.
Yo, what's going on, Sway? What's up, guest?
Good
Heather,
morning.
Tracy G, all that, the whole squad. What's going on? I'm about to go into work real quick right here. I actually work at a pool, and I've been a lifeguard / swim instructor for about 8 years now. And recently we started offering classes to our autistic children. And I just, I got to get off the phone. I just wanted to say that I caught the last few minutes of this, and I want to say it's a beautiful thing. It's opened my eyes to so many things working with autistic children, and I just want to let y'all know that it's really awesome what you do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taylor.
Have a great day at work.
Man,
Be safe.
You're a citizen. Sway in the morning. All right, Taylor. That was your cue, Kelly. Heather's not in the morning. You're supposed to say sway in the morning. All right.
Sway in the morning.
Thank you.
Okay, sway in the morning.
Sway in the morning. There you go, Agnes. Agnes, on a totally different note, summer's coming.
Yes.
And when
you're going to get your summer body, for me?
Well, where are we going to skinny dip when we do this?
You called it the last time. I'm waiting for you. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Well, I got to, can we skinny dip at my house? Got a hot tub. We can skinny dip in the hot tub.
That's not skinny dipping. That's hanging in a hot tub.
Oh, well, tomato,
Oh, please.
All right, I'm joking with you, Agnes. But thank you very much for this valuable information.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me speak about this, because so many people, I find, are so afraid to talk about it. You don't know what these parents go through. I see it. I see it when they come to me. Some of them are beaten up, and that's only the best way I can put it, to where they find, and I mean, toot my own horn, yes, I'm going to here, because when they find a program that's willing to work with their child, and I make sure my instructors understand everything quite clearly. I make sure I am on deck at all times. I watch what's going on. They are treated extremely well. We talk to them with respect. We don't talk to them any old kind of way. That's one thing I will not tolerate. We love them. We hug them. We kiss them. We praise them. High five them. We turn any kind of like little negative into a positive some which way, because it gives them confidence. So parents have to find that place that makes their child comfortable, but also lets them sit back for a half an hour and relax, to breathe, because we've got them. At Swim I say, once you come in the door, we got your child. We're good to go.
Thank you very much.
We'll post more information on
Thank
Sway's
you.
University about your program and how to get in touch with you. So check out
really, guys?
I know, really. Well, thank you for coming, Agnes.
Thank
we appreciate you. If you want to get more information on autism, go to AutisticAwarenessMonth.org, and you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram, Kelly Kinkaid, KellyKinkaid.
And Agnes, are you on social media? What's your
Do you breathe?
Well, not underwater. What's your Twitter and Instagram?
Swim. I say, but it's S-A. There's no Y for some reason. It wouldn't let me fit all the letters.
Oh, okay. So,
but we also have a Facebook too.
Okay.
Swim. I say.
Okay. Thank you for coming by. Okay?
It's Sway in the morning. Only
On Shade 45.
I go